Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TBO. This week, in honor of the Batman, but because we're not watching the Batman, because Dan hasn't watched the Batman, we are doing Can We Live in the DCEU? More specifically, Can We Live in the Batman v Superman movie? Because surprisingly, out of all of the movies, they didn't have a Batman movie in the DCEU. They had a crossover.
That is true, yeah.
So, yeah. So we're just going to kind of go through some day-to-day stuff and give it a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being good, 1 being bad, and then we'll accumulate our total score and then see if the DCEU is a good place to live.
I don't know.
Specifically, the Batman v Superman. All right. First one, how hard is it to get food and water?
I don't know. I was looking at this, and I would feel like it's quite easy still, right?
Well, when your building gets destroyed by Superman, I imagine the water supply isn't gonna...
Also, I know they haven't done it in the films, but in the comics, you got No Man's Land, the Batman storyline. That would be hard to get food and water.
I imagine also, if they had the Joker... Well, they do have the Joker, sadly. They have Jared Leto's Joker.
Your favorite incarnation, right?
We haven't got to him yet, though, because we're doing Batman v Superman, and we haven't got to... what's his face yet? But Joker is notoriously a person who would poison the water supply.
That is true.
And food supply. So I imagine that you would probably not... It would not be very easy, I imagine, because you're either going to have Doomsday rampaging through your city, just destroying it, or Lex Luthor's going to be doing some weird conference that's like Jolly Ranchers or whatever the fuck he shoves into that dude's face.
Honestly, I've tried to blank that movie out of my head so much.
There's a weird bit where Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is like talking to some department minister or something, and he just shoves like a sweet into his mouth, and it's like weird. It's just like just shoving it against his lips because he doesn't want to eat it, and then he just opens his mouth and he just puts it in. And it's
that
just
is
like,
weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I now remember why I want to forget this.
So maybe you can get food and water, but it's just Lex Luthor comes up to you and just tries to put it in your mouth all the time.
Yeah, it just shoves it in your mouth and open up, bitch.
Yeah, just, ooh, sexy.
Shove it in there.
Yeah. So what would you say? Food and water? Maybe a 6?
I'll say it's easier than that, because it depends where you live, right? But I suppose if we do live in those areas, I'd say a bit more.
Yeah, we got to be in either Gotham or Metropolis. Is that the...
I would say
Superman?
8, because I reckon 80% of the time you'll be fine.
Okay. So, hang on. Let me give it... 8. Right. How likely are you to get held up by some bad guy / creature whilst going to work / school?
Well, I feel like this is quite likely.
Well, we got Doomsday. We got Lex Luthor. We got the guy with the gun who then has a flamethrower and holds up Martha.
Yeah.
We got all the terrorists that Superman just wallops through a wall.
Oh, yes, those as well.
But they're on the other side of the world, so we're fine. They're not going to come over.
You never know. They might get closer.
And then we got politics, which are the worst villains ever.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely getting caught up in politics. 100%.
So we got that wheelchair guy.
The wheelchair guy?
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad guy, but he blows up the government.
I don't remember this. I know. Do I remember that? I do think I remember that.
Yeah, because he gets I think he's crippled in Man of Steel, and then he comes back, and then he's like, I don't like Superman. He's a false god, and he spray paints the statue of Superman, and then what's his face? Lex Luthor comes up to him and goes, "Here, look, I can give you a fancy new wheelchair if you go and testify against Superman in court." And then Lex Luthor just fills it with explosives and blows everyone up. And Superman just stands there and then just flies away like a bitch. Doesn't help anyone in the building.
He homelanders. I know
they have the extended edition where they show him doing that, but that's not in the theatrical cut. You can't count it. It's cheating.
He becomes Homelander.
Like Zack Snyder's Justice League. You don't get a redo.
No, yeah. No, but don't you remember? That's the greatest film of last year.
Yeah, that no. But yeah, I reckon we're gonna run into, like, even if just regular Batman villains were around, like just the Riddler, the Joker, Gotham's just crime riddled, so we're just gonna, like, depending on where we're living, we're gonna get fucked.
Yeah, that's true. So should we go for
Who would be the scariest person for you to run into out of all the Batman villains?
All of them?
Or like some. Like,
I mean,
the ones we've seen in the movies.
definitely Joker, because Joker's so unhinged, you could just stab you in the street.
True.
The other ones, I say, like, Two-Face.
No, I think the
wants to
Joker
rob a
wouldn't
bank.
kill you just straight up. I think Joker would use you for some diabolical plan.
Yeah, which is worse.
Nah, you get to live a little bit.
I'm trying to think which others.
You get put on a boat, and then you have to push a detonator. Would you push the detonator?
I don't want to. No.
I reckon you'd push the detonator.
Oh, maybe. I might get bored.
Save my own ass. Poof, poof. Ah, fuck. God damn it, Gotham. You proved me wrong. No, just specifically Dan Weller. Dan Weller fucked you.
That is the goal.
But yeah, I reckon quite high. I reckon like a 9 or a 10 if we're just going around the world, like day to day. We're probably just gonna get mugged if we're in Gotham. Like, Gotham just seems really grumpy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
So what'd you say? 8, 9, 10?
Let's go 9. I think it's quite likely.
Wait, 1, 2, or 3, not 8, 9, or 10.
Oh, yeah, of course,
bad.
yeah.
1 or bad. 1, 2, or 3.
Let's go 1. Let's go for 1.
1.
I think it is quite likely.
I
There's
forgot my
quite a
rating
high
system.
risk of death.
Let's do one of your ones. How easy is it to play Destiny 2 / video games?
Wow, I reckon there's going to be a lot of power cuts. And I can't
Also,
imagine.
your building might be destroyed.
We'll ignore that for now. Let's just go to the power grid. Because the power grid's always, shaky. In America in general.
Well, Doomsday sets off the power grid because he sends off his electrical nuclear charge or whatever it is, and then
Well, yeah, but that
destroys
damages everyone else's appliance.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, imagine you're in the middle doing a Destiny 2 raid, and then that happens. Are you about to defeat the final boss? Like, slither of health, and then bam, electricity gone.
Also, the Batman uses darkness to his advantage. So if your apartment building or your house has a bad guy in it, he's going to cut the power so he can use your fucking darkness.
I know, it's so stupid.
He's just going to waltz in there. Your entire building is not preoccupied with the Joker or something because he's on the lower floors and you're not busy. But Batman's going to cut all the power to the building so that he can get in and do sneaky shit. Like, dude, I'm playing a video game.
I don't care if there's a guy about to stab me. I want to play my game.
Yeah, let him.
If I see that guy, I'm going to go, hop into this raid. I need another man anyway.
He's gonna have to buy you're gonna have to be buying those battery things that are like mini batteries for TVs and stuff, and just plugging them in all the time. So
Yeah, or get the Tesla power bank as well. But
true. Yeah, Tesla, pro Tesla here.
Bro, Tesla
Elon Musk.
definitely. Yeah, he's not like he's on.
Elon Musk 100% wants to be Batman, but isn't cool enough.
That is quite
yes. So we're giving. I reckon it's gonna happen a lot. I reckon even just Gotham, just constant blowing up and shit like that. Just constant enemies just going around cutting wires to steal from shops. If you're on your work break and you're just going to be sat there, and also you can't play your games because you're in a situation where it's pitch black, and if you start playing on your phone, like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, you're going to get noticed.
That's true, yeah.
So you can't even play mobile games. You're going to get spotted because there's just going to be this bright blue light shining in your face, and you're going to be like, oh, fuck, no. Dim, make it light, slightly dimmer.
What should we do? Should we go for a score 2?
Yeah, I reckon a 2. I reckon we're not playing video games very well. Next one. How often is your house blown up or destroyed or going to be destroyed?
That is quite risky. I mean, America in general, they have houses that get destroyed anyway.
It's also the Batman v Superman. So this is after Man of Steel.
Yes.
So they specifically backtrack and take it to an unpopulated area of Metropolis or Gotham to have the Doomsday fight. They specifically state that everyone's gone home, so your workplace might be destroyed, but no one's there, even though that's not how the real world works. People will always be somewhere.
As an example of that is Justice League, the original one, where there's a random family living in a nuclear power plant.
Oh yeah, the little Russian family who's been cancelled now because they're Russian.
Because why were they there? I don't know that people have to live somewhere, but still, it's so weird.
Well, that's just Whedon trying to give you characters to care about, but not realizing that no one cares about this stupid Russian family. Just like the Russians don't care about the Ukraine politics.
Yeah, sad times.
Nah, the Russians do. It's just Putin.
That's true, yeah.
And,
I think
a bunch of
Russian soldiers
billionaire
surrendered.
Yeah. Someone's trying to sell Chelsea for $3 billion.
He is trying to, yeah, and people are put bids in for it.
Anyway, I don't talk football. But yeah, I reckon your house is just gonna get banged real hard. Quite a lot.
Yeah, honestly,
Like, I
and it's not
imagine
your house.
that was the other one. Like what happens to the economy? Because it's just gonna be like so much financial cost rebuilding.
I mean, America's in a lot of debt anyway.
Oh yeah, but imagine like we're there and we have to, our insurance premiums are through the roof because every time our house gets destroyed, we have to fucking get rebuilt. We have to go and have accommodated living. I reckon everyone's just living in camps. Like Gotham and Metropolis are just camps outside their city walls, and everyone who's had their house destroyed inside the city is just living outside in a camp because they have nowhere else to live.
Yeah, that's true.
That or every time the Batman or the Joker or whatever destroys Gotham, all the residents move to Metropolis, and then whenever all of the people in Metropolis have their houses destroyed, they just move to Gotham once it's been rebuilt.
And just think how much.
Because they live across the river, Dan. That's how it works in the Batman v Superman world.
Just think how much better life would be if Batman didn't exist, because none of the villains would be there.
Also, Superman could go into Gotham and just crush everyone.
Yeah, I mean they're not
Rather
exactly
than having
hard
Batman
villains,
go,
are they?
no, bad Superman, stop trying to clean up my city. Even though you could do it in 5 seconds, because all my villains are just crazy and not super strong, except maybe Bane, but he's not strong enough to beat you.
No, but Laser Eyes, bam, dead. That was easy.
Yeah, laser off his tank. But so yeah, I reckon one, the economy is going to be insanely high because you're going to have massive, unless they get taken over by private corporations like LexCorp.
Ah, yes.
Maybe that's why LexCorp does it. Maybe LexCorp is building the housing, and that's how he made his money, because Superman, and then he hates Superman, but he pretends to actually love Superman. Because if he hates Superman privately, but loves Superman for his business.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know how that works. My brain's just spinning.
Yeah, okay, let's move on. Score?
What do you say?
I
Likelihood?
reckon...
I reckon a high. I reckon, well, a low. Like a 1,
I'll say
2.
I'll give 2 again, I reckon.
Yeah, your house is just going to get blown up constantly. I'm also going to put the economy as 2.
Oh, yeah.
What's the social scene like, Dan? How easy is it to make friends?
Well, you know, Bruce Wayne is a socialite. He has many, many different parties.
Yep. Also, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is a socialite, but has crippling social anxiety, apparently, which isn't bad. But
it's just
weird.
very ironic.
Yeah, like you wouldn't tell your public, like people to maybe not have you do a speech or give you like a script to talk to.
Why would you be a socialite if you're crippling social anxiety?
Yeah, because you're rich and you have to. Bruce Wayne's only a socialite because he needs to keep up appearances so people don't think he's Batman.
No, I reckon he secretly enjoys it. He loves it. He loves having, you know.
No, he hates it because he'd rather just be dedicating all his time to Gotham, but he needs the excuse.
I suppose that's true.
Because otherwise, if Bruce Wayne goes missing, then Batman is immediately outed as Bruce Wayne and all his assets will be seized, so he has no money.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
That's 100% why.
But yeah, you know, social scene, there's definitely a lot of parties going on. I reckon.
Oh, yeah, a lot of drugs as well.
Yeah,
so
I reckon actually quite a high score.
Yeah. Also, you're going to have the Penguin because he owns clubs. He's got like all the clubs. He's
That
got
is
like
true.
the
There's
best.
many nightclubs going on.
Yeah. You've also got all of the like Riddler parties.
Riddler parties?
Yeah, like treasure hunts and shit like that.
Scavenger hunts.
Yeah, like you remember the Batman games where you just have Riddler. I reckon someone's at least trying to do them.
What,
there's
Riddler
probably
trophies in real life?
Yeah, I like. There's probably internet forums dedicated to trying to solve the Riddler's clues.
Maybe
Before the Batman. Like,
yeah,
I
maybe.
reckon that's a thing. So I reckon there's at least a budding online social life of trying to solve the Riddler, trying to plan out when the next, maybe everyone's united against all the villains. So everyone's like trying to find, hey, look, this is where Joker normally hangs out. This is where Penguin normally hangs out. Avoid these areas. And even if you're a villain and a bad guy, you now know where the bad guys are to go join.
Yes. So yeah, social scene. I reckon it's quite high score.
Yeah, I reckon maybe a 9.
Yeah, let's give it a 9.
Boom. I mean, we haven't given anything lower than a 7, no, lower than an 8 or higher than a 2 in terms of like meeting in the middle. So interesting. Will heroes win? What happens if they don't? So we got Superman and Batman at the moment, and we have Doomsday.
Also,
we had
Wonder Woman.
Zod. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I forgot her. Even though she's the best part of that movie, but she's in it for like 2 seconds, and the joke that Batman says where it's like, is she with you? No, she sent you a fucking email, dude. She's with you. You know her. You've interacted with her multiple times. You did that for the trailer, and it makes no fucking sense in the movie.
Yes.
Their social life is fucked. God, I hate that line. Like, I hated that line in the movie, because I was like, no, she sent you a fucking email, dude. She's not with... fuck you, Batman. You're meant to be smart.
Anyway, will the heroes win? I reckon they mostly will.
Well, Superman dies.
That is true. And then we get Justice
Batman
League.
probably would just get smooshed. Wonder Woman doing all right. Living her best life in the 80s and 90s. Well, no, 80s, 90s. Well, she is in the 90s, but we haven't seen that yet if they do it.
Wonder Woman 1994.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just need to go back and have the Flash erase that movie as well.
I've still not seen that film yet, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to force you one day. Maybe that'll be our next commentary, Dan. That's a long movie to watch. But yeah, I don't know. We already have one of the most powerful superheroes losing. And then everyone immediately dies. You have the impendingness of Doomsday, not Doomsday, Darkseid coming. You got Steppenwolf coming. So I reckon we're fucked.
Yeah, I don't see much survival rate here.
Dude's got laser eyes that track you.
Also, yeah, you know, we had, what's it called? Justice League, straight after this.
And Suicide Squad.
And Suicide Squad, 2 of the worst films DC's ever put out. And if you count Snyder Cut, you got Darkseid coming.
I said Darkseid.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you said.
Also, it's not Darkseid, it's Darkseid.
That's what I thought I said, but maybe I didn't.
And then you said Darkseid.
Oh, close enough.
It drives me insane when people say Darkseid. It's a weird way to say it. It's Darkseid.
Well, that is how it's spelled.
Yeah, but it's Darkseid.
Okay.
It's English pronunciation.
Okay.
It's like Stein and Steen. It's bad.
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein. Because otherwise it's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, not Frankenstein, is it?
Might as well be.
It's not, though.
No.
I'm not getting into my fucking channel name. It makes no sense to anyone who doesn't know my last name, but I'm sticking with it.
Will the heroes win?
No, they do, but they don't at the same time.
So, shall we give...
And everyone 100% flips on Superman after he's dead. It's like, we hate this cunt. We're willing to let him just fuck off. And then, oh no, he's stabbed. Now everyone loves him.
So are we willing to go for a 4?
Well, I think what happens is we're really against it. We're really against them because fuck these superheroes. They're fucking up us. And then Superman dies and we're like, mind-altered drugs take over our body and we're like, no, we love Superman. We loved him. No one hated him at all. We've really loved him. That's logic. We did a 180 because he died. Like a bitch because he didn't give Wonder Woman the spear that is kryptonite that he knows makes him weak. Because Batman beat the shit out of him several times with it. Just give Wonder Woman, she's trained in weapons, dude. She's been fighting Doomsday one-on-one whilst you two have been fucking about.
4.
No, it was a 4 and then we changed to a fucking 9 or a 10. Because, well, okay, well, 4. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dan, what's the dating scene like?
Well, I feel like all the women are going to be after swooning for the Batmans, the Clark Kents.
The Lois Lanes of the world
Lois
and
Lanes,
the Gal Gadots of the world. I mean Wonder Woman's.
I was wondering when you were going to pick up on that.
Diana Prince, that's the name.
Yeah, I feel like, you know...
Ow! Fuck! I just dropped my phone on my foot.
I don't know.
It's a chunky phone.
That's probably the loudest I've ever laughed on this podcast.
No, you've lost louder. See, this is what I'm worried about when I buy a Fold 4, is I drop my phone constantly.
As long as you have it closed, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm also going to have to buy a very chunky case to store it. They do sell chunky cases, so I should be fine.
Yes, so dating scene, I reckon everyone's going to be comparing you to the most
Joker.
attractive people in the world.
The Joker.
The Joker,
'Cause
definitely.
I
Like
reckon
green
we had
hair.
to have a shot at Harley Quinn.
Yeah, but then the Joker might kill you.
No, as long as we're not a bad boyfriend, as the Suicide Squad proved. Or girlfriend, because she is bisexual.
I suppose she is, yes. TV show.
Also, apparently Peacemaker's bisexual.
Oh, is he?
Apparently. I've been seeing that go around because Peacemaker's out, and we haven't watched it yet because DC is such a shitty company, and Warner Brothers just doesn't fucking care.
Because they want to bring HBO Max to the UK, and I don't want that.
No, I don't want more streaming services. Just give me a way to fucking
We have
pirate
enough.
it.
3 is enough.
I also have YouTube Premium, but that's more for ads.
That's not really a streaming service.
It is a streaming service. It's just YouTuber content creator focused, not original content because they shut that down.
Oh, well, yeah.
But
Anyway.
yeah, dating scene. We're getting distracted. I reckon when you're trying to do those like blind date coffee things where you go there and you just sit around and you swap chairs, I reckon there's going to be a lot of Joker or Riddler or bad guy villains there, just like looking for love.
Mm.
And it's just like, if you reject them, they're going to tilt her to the bad side. And then, so you're always on the edge of, if you fucking reject this dude, they might turn into a supervillain.
That is true. Yeah.
Because I imagine, like, the Joker is just some depressed teenage boy who got dumped by a girl and then just went insane.
I'm pretty sure something like that happened in Gotham. There was Barbara Gordon, where...
Oh, don't tell me Barbara Gordon rejected the Joker and then he went back
No.
the Joker.
So she went on a date with, like, a serial killer, and then...
Why?
Well, no, because because her
Was she
and Jim
horny?
Gordon sort of broke up a little bit, or were taking a break.
What?
Yeah, anyway, and...
Wait, Barbara Gordon and Jim Gordon?
Yeah, so Barbara Gordon was actually...
Wait, Jim Gordon's the dad?
No, but Barbara Gordon, the TV show's the wife.
Oh. Ugh. No.
No, it's not actually his daughter, though, same age. The same age.
Yeah, but no, don't change
Yeah,
namings like that.
I don't know.
That freaks that just put no.
Yeah, anyway, she goes
It's like
on a
those
date
cosplayers who dress up as Joe and Ellie and it's like couples, and it's like no, they're child and father figure.
I can't remember who the villain is, but it's like a really kind of sadistic someone who kind of does like bondage and then like kills them while wearing bondage and stuff. And he killed like 22 women at this point. And then he chained up Barbara Gordon. And then it cuts away, and then it turns out Barbara Gordon joins him and then kills her parents. And then basically just goes insane for the rest of the TV show.
Huh.
Gotham's amazing because how like insane it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of Jim Gordon dating his daughter. It freaks me out.
I don't know. What's the name of Jim Gordon's wife?
I don't know. That's even weirder if you're naming your daughter after your... No, I don't like that. I don't know what Jim Gordon's wife's name is.
I think it's Leslie Tompkins, but isn't that Gotham? Also, actually, no, it's Leslie Tompkins, yeah.
Yeah, see? There we go. Don't name her Barbara. It's gross.
But Leslie Tompkins is also in Gotham, and it's played by Deadpool's girlfriend.
Oh, I like her. She's a good actress.
Yeah, it's her, yeah.
But yeah, so I reckon dating scene bad because you're either dating a psychopath who's on the edge of teetering between good guy or insane guy. And also your dating hubs are always going to get taken over because what is not a better hostage than a loving couple?
Yes.
Because as we know from The Dark Knight, Batman will choose the man every time.
Yeah, that's true.
He saves Harvey Dent. Not
That was a great moment in that film. Such a good moment.
I don't know whether or not he intended to, though. I still don't know. I don't know if he got the Joker's clue wrong and went to the wrong building or went to the right building, but the Joker had swapped it. But I don't know why the Joker would have swapped it. But yeah. So dating scene, Dan, on a score, what are you giving it?
Dating score? I reckon
Gonna
it's
be
quite
low.
low. I reckon 5.
That's middle. That's not low.
That's low enough. That's low enough for my chances to be
Is that
demolished.
because you're thinking it's low because depending on who you date, it could be a psychopath or it could be a superhero?
That too, also...
Are you a Lois Lane or a Harley Quinn?
Sure, whatever. I know, according to here, sorry, I'm backtracking. Barbara Gordon is Jim Gordon's wife.
I don't like that. Is that all you had to say?
Also, apparently Sarah Essen Gordon as well.
I'm sure he's had multiple wives. He's a horn dog.
Oh yeah, that man gets women.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in one of your other ones because for some odd reason you put this on twice. Make the bed.
Did I have it on twice? Okay, yeah. How hard is it to make the bed?
Well, depends on if your house has been blown up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dependent.
Depends on how sad you are in the morning every day and whether or not you want to make the bed. I never make the bed. I just get up and throw it.
Bed. I mean, it's not good today.
See, I'm just like, I'm gonna get back in it again eventually. I don't need to make it.
No, but I like having a nice made bed when I get into bed.
Nah. I do it like 5 minutes before I get into it because then it kind of heats up a bit and it's not as cold because you haven't left the like air on it. And if your house isn't warmed up, it's so you have the heat of the duvet. Do you reckon the Batman's gonna be breaking in to make your bed?
Imagine you come in, you see Batman make your bed, and he puts like a nice little note on your bed, and then just leaves.
I reckon if you lost your cape though, if Batman lost his cape or Superman lost his cape, and you had a red duvet or a black duvet, your duvet is getting stolen to be a makeshift cape for those two.
Oh, 100%. But mind you, can the Batman use your duvet as a cape? Maybe Superman doesn't use his cape for anything other than a cape, but Batman uses his cape to.
It's an aesthetic choice, Dan. He'll grapple hook everywhere. He won't glide. I just imagine him forgetting, and then he's just face planting.
Oh damn it! This isn't the right cape. Dies instantly.
Well, I don't know if you want a minor spoiler for the new Batman.
No, I don't want a minor spoiler.
Okay, I won't give you a minor spoiler. I'll just spoil it straight out. No, I won't. But yeah, I reckon, your duvet covers are getting fucking stolen if they ever... Like, Superman, he's getting set on fire, his cape's getting ripped off all the time. I reckon he's just coming in, oh, this dude's got a red duvet or a red bed sheet. I'm gonna steal that until I can get my other one fixed. Because I have aesthetics to appear to. I reckon also if you've got a purple one, the Joker's breaking in to make his fancy suits. If you've got green ones, the Riddler's coming in to steal it to make your fancy suits.
Hang on a minute, these guys have never worn a cape.
No, but they're going to cut up the fabric to make their suits.
Oh, yes, I mean.
Because they're all patchwork and they're all just like...
yeah, true.
So there's going to be a high crime rate of duvet covers.
I mean, they can't really go into a shop, can they? They have to steal it.
Yeah, but that is going into a shop. But there's the thrill of breaking into someone's house rather than... Yeah, it's more terrifying.
So I reckon I reckon you can make the bed, but there's just that little risk that someone.
There's the little risk that the Batman or the Superman or the Joker or the Riddler or maybe Bane's. If you got a leather bed, he's gonna make his gimp mask thing.
Yeah, so I reckon we give it. Let's give it an 8 or 9.
What, as good?
Yeah, I made the bed. Talking about.
Well, you don't think the high likelihood of Batman coming in and stealing your bed sheets?
I don't think there's a high likelihood of it. No.
Yeah, sure, we'll give it an 8. Let's do another one of yours. Let's do a COVID test. We don't need to because COVID doesn't exist in the Batman universe.
So it's 10.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
We don't have to shove a stick up our nose.
That's good. Yeah.
And down the back of our throat, which always makes me gag, which is
I hate that so
goes
much.
to show I can't suck a dick.
Get some of that deep throat spray.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing, yes. It's like anesthetic you put at the back of your throat.
I need to buy that for a go.
Yeah.
Or just if I really want to eat a hot dog whole.
You just go, oh.
Yeah. No chewing, just... if I ever go to one of those hot dog eating competitions, I'm just gonna lather my throat with that and then go ham. Or go pork.
Ham is pork.
I know.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I like... what's home life like, Dan?
What's home life like? What's that like?
Lonely.
Elaborate.
Well, it's just what... Are you with your family? Have they been taken? Has Batman come in and stolen your sheets? Can you live day-to-day life in your home with your family without the fear of the Joker or whatnot?
Well, I don't think you could live normal because you'd always have that little voice in the back of your head going,
Are you one of those weird people who praises Superman despite the fact that all Superman's done so far is murder everything?
No, I think I'd be worried that I'm going to die from some kind of villain or something stupid.
Well, you're worried that Batman's going to break in to steal your bedsheets.
That is a worry thing. I might be, warmed up in bed. Batman just breaks him over the night.
I reckon as soon
this.
as you get home, you're pulling down the barricades, you're locking the doors.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have very high security.
You're turning on your own electric grid. You're going to your basement where there's hundreds of rations stored. You're sleeping in cubicles. You're taking night shifts, so if someone's awake, they can alert everyone to get the fuck out. You got secret tunnels under your house to get you away. I reckon it's not a good thing. I reckon you're living in constant fear.
Yeah, I honestly, like, even if, things haven't been bad for a while, you'd still think, oh, something bad's gonna happen soon. So I reckon...
You're like, when's the next Joker raid?
I reckon we give it a 3.
Done. I put it next to What's Dating Like.
Yeah, that's not right.
53 for dating. That's really good.
That is unheard of.
And then, Dan, can we go go-karting?
I don't know. This is
I
a
never
really
saw
weird
a
one.
go-karting track in the Batman v Superman
That
universe.
is true. And to be honest, if you haven't seen it, technically it's impossible.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
therefore...
we didn't see anyone's home life, so we technically... Except that Russian family, but that's
I'm sure
just...
we have. We have seen some people's home life.
We saw
We
Batman.
can get imagine out of it, right? But go-karting, there's been no hints towards.
No.
Or if they
We saw
were...
Joker drive crazy in maybe real-life go-karting where everyone's boy racing.
Or maybe go-karting is actually loads of mini Batmobiles.
Or Joker-mobiles. Purple Lamborghinis.
That would also be cool.
Just mini purple Lamborghinis and everyone just smashes into them. I reckon they'll be themed. I reckon there's just like a Superman with a fist and it's just, that's the Dodgem car or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We never saw go-karting tracks.
No.
And every movie, if they don't have a go-karting track from now on, is getting a 1.
That's it. Yeah, it's just a terrible film.
If you can't go go-karting, life is not worth it.
So, shall we go for a 1 then?
Yes. Unless specifically seen in the movie, you get a go-karting track. So technically, Captain Marvel's going to get a 10.
I suppose so.
Because Captain Marvel's got a go-karting track.
That is true. It does have go-karting. Go-karting is now confirmed for every single MCU film.
MCU movie. Yeah. So we can go, unless between the events of Captain Marvel when she's a child, go-karting got outlawed.
Maybe. But for now, we have to assume that there's go-karting in the MCU, but there's none in the DCEU.
Yeah. Until... I think there's Dodgems because Shazam does confirm that there is a fair in the DCEU. Yes. But then technically that might not be part of the DCEU because they were sidestepping the fact Superman wasn't Henry Cavill because they only show his head.
Maybe, yeah.
And also Black Adam isn't part of the DCEU, but it's also part of the Shazam universe. So who knows? Who knows what's going on with DC? It's all very confusing. So yeah, go-karting 1 because it's bad. You can't go unless we missed it, and if we did, let us know in the comments, and we'll rectify it and give it a 10.
Yes, although we won't really rectify it because I doubt we're going to remake this podcast episode and give it a 10.
No, we'll just update in the next one we do. We'll go amendment. DC does have a go-karting track. We can add it to a positive 10. And then the last one, Dan. What's the likelihood you'll live?
I reckon it's actually quite slim.
You're just going to be in that building where Superman just blasts through.
Yeah, or there's going to be some sort of virus going around. Someone's going to release a COVID type thing.
And we don't have tests because it didn't exist before.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not having COVID tests. All of a sudden it's bad. There's no COVID tests.
Oh no, maybe it's a bad thing we can't do COVID tests. Maybe we need to rectify from our 10 to a 1.
Yeah, so likelihood?
I don't reckon I'm living against Superman crushing into my building.
No, I think your likelihood isn't so much will you live, it's how much can you avoid getting involved.
Yeah.
And how much can you avoid getting involved.
Do you just move abroad because it all seems to take place in America?
Maybe, that is true. Like, all this stuff happens. It only ever happens in America. So, apart from Aquaman.
And the World War ones.
And the World War, yes. And the Wonder Woman, yes. Or the first Wonder Woman.
They haven't got a space yet. Surprised DC
No.
hasn't gone to space.
That is strange, yeah. But mind you, like DCEU, it hasn't really hit the ground running, has it?
Well, I think you need Green Lantern, and they got rid of Green Lantern for fucking Martian Manhunter, who makes no sense in that movie at all when they did the Zack Snyder Justice League.
Imagine how great would it have been if Ryan Reynolds did the Green Lantern there.
Would have been fun, but I don't think Ryan Reynolds wants to ever play that character again. But then nostalgia, even though people hated that. I enjoyed it. I liked Green Lantern. I don't care what anyone says. When I watched Green Lantern, I enjoyed Green Lantern.
Yeah, and it set up a sequel as well, didn't it? And they never really got...
Yeah, Mark Strong, who is the bad guy in Shazam. And the good guy in Kingsman.
Yes.
And other things. Mark Strong.
likelihood-
Let's go and list every Mark Strong movie.
Yeah. That's a great TBO. He was in this film. He was in this film. He was in this film.
Have we seen it? No. Yes. Oh my god. No. I didn't know he was in that, but I didn't watch it, so no.
Anyway, likelihood we'll leave. Live.
Leave? Yeah, likelihood we'll leave. 100%. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree. But
100% likelihood we'll live? No. I reckon low. I reckon maybe a 3.
Yeah, let's go 3.
Okay, let me just tally up everything. Dan, talk.
Yes, so we currently have 8 for the first one. We have 1 for the second one. I don't know, I shouldn't say that actually because we don't know what the first
say
second
them
is.
because people are probably not going to.
So for how hard it is to get food and water, we have 8. For how likely are you going to help held up by some bad guy or creature while going to work or school, you have a 1. For playing video games, we have 2. For how often your house is going to get blown up or destroyed, we have 2. What's a social scene like, we have a 9. What happens to the economy, we have 2. Will the heroes win, and what happens if they don't, we have a 4. What's a dating scene like, we have a 5. For making the bed, we have an 8. Doing a COVID test, we have a 10, because we don't have to do them. What's home life like, we have a 3. And can you go-karting, we have a 1. And what's the likelihood you will live, we have a 3. So out of 130, we have a total of 58.
So, not very good.
So it's worse than it is good.
Yeah. It's not above average.
No. Just like something else.
This podcast. We might be getting listeners soon.
Hopefully. I mean, yeah, please share the podcast. That'd be great.
Yes. But yeah, that's been Can We Live in the DCEU, specifically the Batman v Superman one and others. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. We'll do more. We're going to, when other major releases of movies that we like come out, even if it isn't one we like, I'm going to 100% force Dan to do a Jurassic World one.
I've never seen it.
Exactly. So you're going to have to guess all of these. I 100% can guarantee you there might be go-karting in the Jurassic one. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the shit that other people tell you to do when they finish their podcasts. For us, we're not that fussed, but it does help. So if you do like us and you genuinely do want to help us, do it. But we're not going to force you. But Dan is going to break into your house and steal your bedsheets.
I will. I do need bed sheets. So if you don't like and share, then I will be stealing your bed sheets.
And on that note, everyone, fare ye well, travellers of the podcasting world.
See you next week.
Bye. For the Batman.